to me. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. I want to say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And yeah, so a Grumpy Cat as well. I missed the I missed the that in the intro. So we're gonna talk about all this stuff. There's not a ton to go over today. Um, I meant later tonight, streaming, right meow. I asked Fred, I was like, oh, hey, can you call tonight? And he's like, yeah, in 5 minutes. Like, oh, no, I can't right meow, can't right meow. Okay. Let's start with the Grumpy Cat, and let's see what we've got on over there. And we take a look at it over on the exchanges that it's on, and it is down another 8% to down $1.5 million market cap. So here's the game plan with Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat is taking a fixed camera. What's wrong with the camera? Can you not see me? Can you not hear me? Tell me the story. Anyway, Grumpy Cat, in about 3 weeks, I'll be able to get more OMI and more Grumpy Cat. It should be a significant amount. You know, it should be in the 4 figures each. Oh God, frozen screen. Okay, all right. Okay. Frozen. But can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is that what we're And I am going to hope that that is better. Again, let me know. So that hopefully y'all can not only hear me but see me as well. Anyway, so in the Grumpy Cat, like I said, in about 3 weeks, I should be able to go and get, well, I guess you're okay. This is better. That's fine. It'll be in the 4 figures. I don't think I'll have anything to do in the 5 figures. Most likely it'll just be low couple thousands, which will be good. I'll be able to get, you know, a decent amount. Maybe I'll get up to 1 trillion Grumpy Cat. I think I only have like 560 billion, you know, so I definitely want to get to 1 trillion. For OMI, as long as we stay down here, I should be able to get a couple more million, to bring me up to like 178. You know, if I get super lucky, maybe 179. You know, but we'll see. You know, 3 million's a lot right now. But if it's down at like 0007 or below, yeah, you know, two grand, 2100. You know, it's really not bad. In a couple weeks, so it'll likely be early December. But again, I'll keep y'all posted on that. And the Grumpy Cat, like I said, as long as it stays, especially down here at $1.5 million, this is stupid. I mean, this could 10x fairly easily. And again, there's a lot of different things coming for it. I don't think it'll be at the, I don't think it'll be down here in 3 weeks, unfortunately. But maybe, you know, who knows? I'll keep y'all posted. Let's take a look at the OMI and see what it's doing. OMI is, remember a couple months ago when we were literally at number 100 on CoinGecko? Now we're at number 212. We are up 2.1% on the day. So 2.1% at 588,000 in volume. My good golly gosh, that is horrendous volume. But again, you know, I mean, there are some things that are like barely on these dexes that have more volume. Like this is incredibly stupid. It's incredibly stupid for a couple of reasons. One, because you do happen to have people that don't know about it. It's not on people's radar, and you know, a lot of whales kind of already went in. A lot of whales kind of already have their bag. Now, obviously, if it gets down to like 0004, yeah, whales are gonna go ham again. But you know, a lot of these whales that already have hundreds of millions of OMI, it's like, okay, you know, kind of have their bag, and they'll, you know, some of them have Grumpy Cat, and some of them have, you know, a couple of other things. But yeah, this will be. You know, as soon as people kind of start getting wind of it, it should be a little bit easier to get the volume. And I know, you know, we'll talk about exchanges here in a minute. And we'll talk about what Rhys said, but at the end of the day, if you have a really good product, if you have a reason to buy OMI, like actual utility, and you just have OMI available on the web app, you really don't need that much exchanges. The people that want to buy it are just going to be able to buy it on the web app. How much that can be layer 2 or layer 1, I don't know. We don't really know any of those things yet, but that by itself, and again, if Veve could become an exchange or Coin could become that exchange, that's going to be absolutely wild. and that'd be a major catalyst for the token. But we'll talk about all of that. We do have a couple of things going on here. Let me go and release the ponytail. Oh God, I can't do it. Oh God. Okay, you know what? The hair is just gonna stay stupid right now, and then we'll get that. So let's take a look at what OMI has performed like compared to the rest of the market. Let's take Bitcoin at 37K, 37.3. So whole market does seem to be up. Bitcoin up a little less than 1%. Ethereum up 1.8%. BNB up 1%. XRP up 1.6%. Solana up 4%. Dude, Solana has on a heckin' tear. I think it was up to like $62 the other day. It's down to 58 right now, but like, my God, man. Lido Stake at 1.9, Cardano. So basically, OMI is probably just riding the wave. Wow, Matic up almost 16% on the day. But again, I think OMI is just really just kind of riding that wave. I don't really see anything in the red. So obviously, OMI is just hitching a ride, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But we do have a couple of things to go over today. Since yesterday, no, there wasn't. If you watch the Veve Low Mint account over on Twitter or X, it'll show you that a lot of these low mints are still being bought, and it's thankfully it's a lot of Marvel Mighties, which I really like. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, the amount of new things that we're gonna get. So we'll talk about what we had today. Today we had the Hawkeye drop, which is the Hawkeye. It is Kate Bishop, and then it is Ronin, and they had a new crafting mechanism. Okay, well, what was that? That was saying, in the old days, you get a couple of things and you craft them, meaning you destroy them, and then you go and you can create new ones. Okay, cool. If you go and create new ones, then you have the old ones get destroyed, they get burned, like what we're going to do with the pencils. You'll burn them and you'll get a new desk, like what we had with the the infinity stones, where you go and you say, oh, hey, I have these, I'm going to burn them and I'm going to get this, and it's fine. A lot of people lost money on that, but again, it's typically fine. It's people are choosing to do that and they're choosing what to sell it for. So it's the free market at work. And now you have something along the lines of you craft, but you don't necessarily burn your NFTs. So it costs $50 for Kate Bishop and $50 for Hawkeye if you wanted to go and mint them from the store, which you still can. There's still hundreds left for each. I think there's over 1,000 left for Hawkeye. Hawkeye did not do that well. Kate Bishop, everyone really liked. I think just because maybe she had an appearance in a movie recently, I don't know, and maybe she's going to be in the Young Avengers. I mean, they've been teasing that for years. Obviously, she's going to be in there. The Young Avengers is going to be so incredible. That's going to be the next tier, like what happens after Kang Dynasty, maybe what happens after Secret Wars. But yeah, they're going to go on about that. So I really like Kate Bishop. I got her. And then again, what you do is you don't need to mint them from the store. You could have gone. I think the cheapest Kate Bishop went was like $25. I got it for 33, but their phone went in. But she went down to 25, and I think Hawkeye went down to like 30 something as well. So you go in and say, okay, well, if you could get both of these for let's say $60, why would you go and mint them from the store? So you buy them from the market, and then all you have to do is pay $50 for a Ronin. And let me tell you, when I was on Facebook the other day, people were big mad about this. They're like, oh, this is going to cost me $150. This is BS. And it's like, okay, well, hey, some good feedback. And, we'll talk about it. And we'll talk about how people hate the extra fee. Oh, now you not only have to buy these, but you have to pay an extra fee on top of that. And I thought like, oh, okay, well, worst comes to worst, nobody does it. And, the team uses this as a data point, and then they learn, and they don't do this again. But that's not what happened. Yeah, not a ton of people minted Hawkeye. A decent amount minted Kate Bishop. But then because you didn't need to go and buy them from the store in order to craft them, yeah, you had that $50 fee in order to craft them to get Ronin. But again, you could have just paid $60 for them, total in the store. I think now it's a bit more. I think now it's like $70, $80, $75 to $80 to buy them in the store. And then the Ronin, so maybe 130. Well, if you didn't even like the other two, you could sell the other two, say take a 10, 15 gem loss on that. but you make like 15 gems on the Ronin. It's like, okay, well, and there's a couple of people that did that kind of played with that arbitrage, and they were making, again, not a ton, but they were making like 10 or 15 gem profit on each time they did that, and they would do that multiple times. So it's like, okay, well, that's fair point. And a lot of these were, and once you're able to get like a sub 100, keep that, sell that, whatever it is. But right now the Ronin, let's see what he's at. He's at 66, so he's well above the retail. Let's go through the numbers though. The Hawkeye, all right, what is 1410? Okay, well, it's 1058, and then 52. All right, so 810, so 497. So it'd be 849, and then Ronin, who sold out at 510, and it was 50 each. So yeah, it's almost $68,000. We're so close to the 69. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69, just because. And so yeah, there was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people going and saying, "Oh, this is horrible. Veve's just trying to nickel and dime us everywhere, going and making us pay $50 extra." Listen, I get that there's going to be a small minority group of people that are going to complain either way, whatever Veve does. But this did seem like a legitimate concern at first. But then they come out today and, hey, Ronin sold out. Like, everyone went and did it. So yeah, you still do have those people that said like, oh, I don't like this extra fee. Well, enough people did not mind the fee, and they're like, hey, I'm going to do this either because it's making them money, or they're going to do this because there's only 510 of those, and Ronin is heckin' badass. And they're just like, hey, I'm going to get that. It's a first appearance. It is, I'm going to get these two anyway. It's a great set with 2 secret rares. The animation's great, and it's just, these are awesome. These are amazing characters that are all technically still alive in the MCU. So, probably going to have more screen time. So yeah, like I said, I really like these. I don't know what the Kate Bishop and Hawkeye have done since then. I would say they're probably, I don't know, Kate Bishop was 34. I'm actually up on her, and Hawkeye was 42. Yeah, it's really not bad. I thought that as soon as all of the Ronins were, minted, that would be like, okay, well then the Kate Bishop's Hawkeyes would go down, Ronin would go up a little, but they've all stayed steady. So I'm very, very happy about that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Anyway, that's part of the other thing we have to go through. And again, Veve Low Mint, just if you follow that account, you see that a lot of these are being sold like every single day. And it's not like, oh, there's a couple each day. There's dozens each day. And they just specifically focus on the low mints, not including the rest of the secondary market. Oh, I was going through my memories today. Look at Taps. Look at that sweet, sweet man right there. And look at that handsome devil right next to him. I wonder where that guy went. Yeah, Brett. Okay, so we're gonna get into the Rhys stuff right now. Somebody just said, "Hey, thank you for the very much detailed stuff." And Rhys just going to respond, about the token, saying that's what I was saying above. With know that both buying OMI in the app and burning from the circulating supply really are not utilities. One creates more access to the token, and the second comes from token mechanics that underpin utilities, but they're not utilities in and of themselves. So Rhys kind of really setting the bar high here for what utility he thinks should be. So utility really just refers to how and where the token can actually be used, whereas the mechanics and tokenomics would be what impact those uses have on the token. So again, it's kind of splitting hairs here, but I'm fine with it. He also says, I agree that right now it feels like earning MCP points isn't a strong utility, as no one has been able to do anything with their points yet. But as David and Dan mentioned in the previous AMAs, points will become key to unlocking a lot of these features in the app. So they will become, oh God, where is this? Features in the app. So they will become a hot commodity in the future and presumably drive more demand toward the token as Veve collectors look for more advantages over everyone else. For me, OMI to NFT is probably the single most impactful utility, particularly from a public perception point of view, and returns to OMI to its original use case intention to being able to buy and sell NFTs using your tokens. So it's definitely one of the most I'm looking forward to. I'm going to pause right there, and unless there's something that I don't know, yes, it's really cool to take your OMI and to be able to use it as currency and buy NFTs. It's fantastic. However, you're just giving your OMI to somebody else. And yes, there's going to be a charge. You're going to have a little bit of fees over there, and the fees will either burn or the fees will be used to buy gems to go to that gem liquidity pool. Either one is fine. But really, the one that really gets it going for me, this is the one that sends me through the roof, and probably the OMI price point is the OMI to gem. Having that immediately removes that OMI from circulating supply. That is immediate. That is an immediate fact that just happens. So maybe Rhys is just excited for OMI to NFT because again, you could use it. It's very simple. It's easy to use. A lot of people have found money. They'll spend it. And again, I think that's great. But if somebody wants that OMI just so they can go sell it, creating downward pressure on the token, that's kind of whatever. But if people use their OMI to buy gems, oh yes, oh heckin' yes, that is a big one. Now I will say this will put a little bit more, it will ease a little bit of the burden that Veve has as far as cash out fees, because obviously most people that buy gems, they don't take the extra 6 minutes or 3 minutes whatever to buy it on the web version. They just buy it on the mobile app. So Google and Apple, take those 30% fees, and that's why we have the 10% cash out fee. If people do not cash out and they don't take gems and they just instead get their, if they just instead go and get OMI and then cash out an OMI via the bridge, Veve no longer has to really worry about that, which is fine. But again, that does create that downward pressure on the token. So it's again, maybe I'm the one splitting hairs here. It is a double-edged sword. But either way, it does create more utility for the token. Rhys continues on saying the previous OUP proposal has been improved in order to bring it into the MCP and create one overall rewards program. So some of the finer details will be different. For example, OMI rewards points are now MCP points, OUP tickets are now MCP tickets, etc. But the utility features, features we're working towards are still the same. Yes. Personally, I can't wait to start sharing these details as each feature is near completion, but you'll know when that time comes. Anyway, as we'll update the portal, Veve articles, share on socials, etc. So with him just saying like, hey, I can't talk about it right now, but as soon as we're close, it's not like, hey, it's done and then it's rolled out and then they talk about it. They'll start talking about it like they did for the OMI soft staking, like a week prior or 2 weeks prior. So when you hear them talk about it 2 weeks prior, or when you hear them talk about it, you'll know in like 10 to 14 days, they'll probably want to roll it out. Somebody's talking about payouts. Rhys says, hey there. Yes, payout has been available for a long time now, provided you meet the requirements, KYC, live in an area that, is fine with it. And then he goes and posts just, what you need to know about payout update, Veve digital collectibles. Ollie Foster says, appreciate the response, Rhys. Are you able to advise on any upcoming utilities? Are any near? This would help deal with a large amount of FUD going around currently. Thank you. Rhys goes and responds, unfortunately, I cannot. I have been given a big gag order. Ha 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 ha. The higher ups want our communications to stay tight until things are ready to go live. Bronze tickets have been in the works since Reward Tier Season 0 went live, so I don't imagine it'll be too long before we're talking about it, but can't give you a when just yet. It was under my impression that they were working on this before Season 0 dropped, but it just wasn't their main priority. It was just on the back burner, and they had maybe 1 or 2 people working on it. But now, obviously, it's full steam ahead. And again, that is one of their top priorities right now. I mean, I'm not saying we get this by the end of the year, but I'm saying we're likely going to get bronze tickets in Q1. Again, we might not, but that's just what I'm thinking. Imagine how. All right, so Ollie says, yeah, I can imagine and how difficult it is for you. Thank you for getting back to us. I can imagine it's so frustrating for you as it is us. Rhys says, I know the FUD is hard to deal with, but we've been through it all before, and 4 years' time, we'll probably all be going through it again. It's just part of the crypto cycle, and with most people in crypto being completely new to investing, there are a lot more emotions in the market than there should be. That's why it's especially helpful in crypto to go to events, meet the teams, and get involved in real communities. Makes it a lot easier to push through and to hold to your convictions when things get bumpy. I like that. Everyone like that. I missed this question. I don't know what it was, but he says, of course, these items haven't been delivered yet, so there's no two ways about that. I think he's talking about the utility that people keep talking about. He says, but I think people get so caught up in what hasn't happened yet and completely forget about all the things that they do have. I mean, just scroll through Veve Twitter and take a look. It was only a month ago that we announced the Phygital with Marvel and Funko. You know, only one of the biggest collectible brands in the world. I get it, it's not using the token, but every one of these initiatives is another branch slash on-ramp into Veve, with plenty more of them to come, and some of those users will eventually convert into the world of OMI. That's when things really get interesting, in my opinion. Again, when is that going to be? Probably several months. You know, I don't know. Interesting. Nathan says, I remember the FUD back in 2019, 2020 when people didn't think that an app was coming. Nobody was really here, but yeah, apparently people were just like, yo, there's going to be, you know, I heard there's not even an app. I heard there's no licenses. I heard they're just taking our money. It's just a slow rug, and they're just trying to baby us in Telegram and put us to bed. And then finally an app came out. I'm like, oh, an app came out, you know, and then that really quelled a lot of the fighting, that quelled a lot of the fudders, especially, you know, when it's Batman. It's really cool. Anyway, Rhys says too right. When the app launched, the comments were like, holy crap, it's actually real. Like we had just been sitting there making it up. Feels like we're right back there again, except this time around, we have actually managed to onboard the biggest brands in the world and proven the use case for the licensed digital products. What comes next is anyone's guess, but I am sure as heck a lot more confident now than we were a few years ago when no one had even heard of an NFT. Hard to agree with that. I don't know who this is. I appreciate a lot of your answers. He says, agreed, the buying and selling of NFTs could cancel each other out somewhat if there weren't other mechanisms to account for it. Again, we'll release those details when the utility is live. But in general, more users equals more use of the token, equals more demand, equals more users, and so on. The token is another branch slash on-ramp to the app, which keeps that flywheel turning. And then everyone we get into more fun stuff with the Veveverse. But that's a ways down the line, given how the current rollout has been going. Somebody's just talking about impatience. Rhys says, agreed, it's just part of the emotional cycle, so we try to stay calm in light of it all. In any normal investment, you're lucky to see more than 5% in a year, and people get upset at even that. But with crypto, you just get whipsawed back and forth so many times, and most people who buy crypto have never been through a full 4-year cycle to see it come back again. So you spend all day asking yourself if you're going crazy until proven otherwise. Fair point. There's all right, so going over the rest of the news, the Veve gold and silver logo, they've been having like these challenges where you go in, and this is on their Discord. They're like, oh, here's a puzzle. The first one to complete a puzzle gets a prize. I don't know what these heckin' prizes are, but I've won 2 of these so far. And again, I'm the autism helps with the puzzles. Anyway, this Pokemon meme. I don't know what that is. Ooh, okay. Gotta skip that. I got Ronin number 582. And okay, that is the details of what I had to go through today. So let's get this spread and let's get these comments. Well, it says OMI is the buy of the century. I can't wait to get more. I think if OMI is down here still in the next 3 weeks, I could get like 178, 179. We about to go up in here. And then obviously more GrumpyCat as well. So cheap right now. Love it. Heck yeah. Fancy's booty cheeks. Oh, you like my cheeks? Oh, what's up, Bill Gunner? Booth says OMI, ADA, XRP, the buys on repeat. Yeah. I don't think anyone would go and tell you that you're wrong. I do not believe you're wrong. I think you're right. Well, it says David and Dan have the biggest OMI bag. Difference is they got theirs for free while everyone else had to buy OMI. Most people had to buy OMI, yeah. But I mean, again, it doesn't really matter. They had to buy it. Didn't have to buy it. You still want it to moon. You still want it to be as successful as possible. I think that should be the key takeaway there. Travis says, let's get this bread. I love this game. Connor says, hi, Randy. Hi, Connor. How's it going? All right, I'm going to try to get the rest of this ponytail out. Okay, I can't do it. You see what I'm dealing with here? I should just cut it. Oh, I can't. I have my movie soon. Oh, it was supposed to happen this year. This goddamn writer strike. Okay. There it is. Wes says, imagine how low OMI would go if Randy started to do FUD videos. It'd go very low. Tell all my whales. Oh God, it could. I told all my whales to sell. I sold, and there'd just be there's no liquidity down. I mean, you'd have a couple of whales that would be like, all right, this is stupid, and they would buy, and there'd be a lot of cross trading. But I think before that happened, you'd probably see 0004. You could probably see something like that. Again, just the reason why we're likely not seeing that now, despite some other big wallets dumping, is just nobody else really wants to sell at these prices, and only people people are only buying more. Well, at least I am, and most of my friends. Lagarde says, "Love me that ADA as well." Jordan Reed says, "Show starts in 420." Yo, plays it. Well, it says, "What?" So listen, just because Sol maybe doesn't have, just because Solana maybe doesn't have insanely crazy successful projects on it, which I don't know, which there might be. I don't know enough about it, but even if they just had some lackluster projects on it, at least people are building on there. At least people are going and say, "Oh, okay, I'll build on the Sol blockchain." And again, it's on a rip. It's been doing amazing. So I don't think I would call it a scam. Again, I don't know really enough about it, but I know the security is whack AF and they, get hacked a lot. But outside of that, I would not say it is a scam. It does not look like that to me. I haven't done a crazy ton of due diligence, but I was throwing that out there. Omar says, "Hi fam." Hi Omar. Omar says, "What up, yo? What up, Bill?" Yeah, I know my camera was off before, or it wasn't off. It was just frozen. Hi Tammy, how's it going? Meow meow meow. Where can Grumpy Cat be purchased? Oh, well, the link down below to purchase the Grumpy Cat. OKX is probably the biggest one. Bitmart, the Uniswap as well. You could use any of those. Actually, I could just check. But again, link down below to where you have it, where you could buy it. And like I said, I'll check for you real quick the other places that you could use it for, or that you could buy it. Uniswap, Bitmart, P2B, and CoinW. I could have sworn we had OKX as well, but I guess we didn't. All right, I'm chilling. Yo, hey, very nice. Man, people really be passing me on the wallets. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Okay, where was I? It was overhyped. Tell me these projects on Solana. I don't know. I don't really pay too close attention to it. Well, at least you could have seen me frozen here. Okay, yep. Okay, better. Cool beans. Now we got an OMI. Only seem to go down, bud. Yeah. I mean, it's been like that for the past. Well, for OMI, it's been like that for like forever. For me, GrumpyCat. Yeah, there's gonna be. I don't know if this is public yet, but I'm gonna share it anyway because it's my project too. Where is it? Okay, I gotta go to my friend that I texted because I sent him the photo. On Tuesday, November 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have Tim Tanner. We're going to have the Slum Doge Millionaire. We're going to have Randy Chavez. We're going to have DB Crypto and Forgage that are going to be on a massive Twitter space and talking about a couple announcements with the GrumpyCat Coin. We're going to talk about a couple of other things. Again, I don't know if this is supposed to be shared yet, but that this is what we do here. Business stuff. Business stuff is good. And then like I said, anyone and everyone can go and do whatever they want in the next 3 weeks. Oh, I can't believe I'm not gonna be able to buy it before then. Oh, yeah, I can't. I can't buy it before then. I have to put a little bit in. I really wanted to go and put some in before that, but I can't change the date. Yeah, again, Slum Doge is there. Other people with bigger channels, bigger influence. Well, I will have to see what the price is in like 17, 18, 20 days, whatever. Yeah, backlog quality though, no problem. Such is my life. Connor says, welcome back. Thank you. Tam's, hi, Randy. Oh, meow. Hi. OMI is up last few hours. Hey, most stable coin at 00065. Down 26%, now up 2%. Also, thank you guys for being members. That's great. Jordan says, Wes, every other token or coin of mine is up 50% on average, other than OMI. LOL. It's fine. It will run like crazy when it does. Agreed. Its time will come after regulation, so maybe 2030. Again, you don't need a ton of regulation in order for this to come and be successful. Like I said, really all you need is a couple of decent amounts of utility where people are incentivized to buy the token, and then we don't even need the exchanges. For that, we would just have OMI on the web app. So it's simple. It is not easy, but it is simple. I was just thinking the other day that what if Veve becomes in exchange for OMI? Yeah, it very well could. It could be very, very easily done. Well, not easily. they could do that, and they could be like, oh, forget you exchanges. And again, they'd go on exchanges anyway. Other exchanges might just list it just because. So said Booth, I'm thinking that's the idea. It'll be a huge exchange in itself, which would be heckin' wild. The fees, oh god, you have the fees. I don't know if they go to burning OMI. I think the fees would be going to buying gems and putting it in the gem liquidity pool. Rhys talks about buying OMI in web app today in a comment. Yep. Just mentioned that. No timeline. Hopefully sometime in 2024. Hopefully that feature comes soon. Yeah, that'd be great. They understand it's urgent. That's about it. I mean, everything's urgent, but where does it fall on the priority list? Who knows? I was using OMI was. Well, again, it's not like, hey, we're never going to have land sales. It's just, hey, we're not sure exactly how this puts us in a position. We don't want to put a target on our back from the SEC. So we're just going to put this on the back burner for right now. And if regulation or the regulation comes and they say, hey, there's no problem, we'll do it. If the regulation comes and they say, hey, this would be a problem if you do it this way, then we don't do it that way and we do it a different way. So again, we weren't, even if the regulation came out tomorrow saying, hey, it's fine, you do whatever you want, we still wouldn't get it tomorrow. We weren't supposed to get it even until at least until phase 4 was done, and phase 1 is not even done. So I would say maybe the earliest we would have gotten it would be Q4 next year anyway, but most likely 2025. So again, nothing really changes as of yet. Garner says, OMI to gem, then gem to land, just an extra step. You do something like that as well. Doreen says, they never said no land sales. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bill said. Bill said, but my plan is always to use USD to buy land and just sell my OMI for USD. I mean, the OMI that I have on the app it would be used specifically for land, because that, I mean, depending on what it is, it could be like the next huge thing. But again, if we don't get land and we get apartments or we get deeds, whatever it is, I'm still curious to see. Again, I've been trying to buy people's OMI on the app. Nobody is selling. I've been, no one's selling. Mr. M says, hi all. Meow. Hi. So Cal says, we're getting land, but that's not actually land. It'll be fine. OGs, collectors, and levels will be integral. Agreed. But it says, Carter said no land sales due to regulations and said they will give away apartments for master collectors. Well, that's the idea right now. And again, it's not no land sales ever. It's just, hey, we're going to not do it in this way right now. And we might do it in that way in the future, or we might have to do it in a different way, which is fine. Hope you had an awesome Veterans Day, Randy. Thank you. Oh, dude, thank you so much. It was great. I wrote like I didn't write it. It happened, and I just put it on Twitter. I posted it yesterday, last night. My friend Steph gave me a call. Okay. Yeah. So it's 23 hours ago that I posted this. My friend Steph gave me a call. She's someone that I used to work with, party with. We've been friends for a long time. She's been on the podcast. She helps run a tilted kilt. And she was just like, hey, it's Veterans Day. We're gonna do something special here for you. I was like, well, I mean, we get something done special like all the time. She's like, are you with your friends? And she knows we did a job for her once. And I was like, yeah. How'd you know? And it's like, I know you. I was like, okay, fair point. So we get there and I don't know why she did it. She's like managing the place. I guess she knew we would give her a big tip, but she offered to be our waitress and she's like, listen, free food, free drinks. It's on the house. I run this place. I can do whatever fudge I want. I was like, okay. So we go there and we're drinking a lot and we're ordering a lot of food. I must have consumed 3,500 calories yesterday, but I played pickleball this morning and I worked out at the gym in the afternoon. So I burned some of it off. Anyway, and there was karaoke night there on top of that. And it was a wild time. It was great. Mr. MC1. It was a fantastic time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. MC1, what up? Bogar says, I wasn't a fan of the animation on the Ronin. I thought it was a bit short. Yeah. I mean, to me, honestly, it didn't really matter if it was animated or not. It's Ronin and it's a 1 of 510. These are very, very, I mean, so I'll show you this. This is where certain things I don't think really make sense. And there's a big disconnect. Like now, obviously, Tokidoki is a Tokidoki is known throughout the world. Whenever you go to DCon or Comic Con, there's always a line around the booth. There's always people like, oh, let me get some Tokidoki stuff. But before Veve, I had no idea what Tokidoki was, and now I'm a big fan. I have almost all of the Toki. Oh, you can't see that; it's too bright. But I have almost all of the Tokidoki stuff. Because why? Because it's heckin' awesome. And like I said, I'm a big fan of it. That being said, it's a Kaiju Toki Gold. This is not a first. It's a con exclusive, but not a first appearance. And it's out of 500 editions, you have 410. And I paid 144 for it, and now it's down to $100. So it's super cheap. I was like, okay, well, Chavez, why are you telling me this? Well, there's 410 of those, right? There's just 100 more of the Ronins, and Ronin is more likely a lot more well known, especially because he was in, Endgame essentially. At 510, and you can get them for like half the price of what I was like, this is stupid. So I got them. I don't think there should be that disconnect. Either that gold Tokidoki should be way down, or the Ronin should be way up. And I was like, okay, well, I already have the Tokidoki. This doesn't really make sense. Ronin should be a much more popular character. Yeah, it just doesn't really make sense. And again, that golden Kaiju, if you didn't want to pay $100 for him, well, but you really liked him, just go to the you literally have them in 2 different colors, and they're what, $7? All right, this one's $4.50, and the ultra rare is always a little, and the ultra rare is like $11. So like if you didn't want it in that particular color of gold, you could get the other ones for literally combined of $15.49. So, but then that gold is still $100. So yeah, that disconnect, in my opinion, does not compute. And the parameters at that time for buying the Ronin were very much acceptable. Now, when the Marvel Mighties come out in the next couple weeks, let's say like 10 to 14 days, will I sell Ronin for the Mighties? Maybe, depending on what he does, depending on where he goes. And I mean, I like him. He's there's not a lot of him. He's a secret rare. He's animated. He's really cool. This is actually one of the scarcest Marvel secret rares. I think he's the one that is actually scarcer than Loki, or Alligator Loki. Oh, the Hawkeye is in the Avengers line. That is really strange. Okay, I didn't think that would be a thing, but I guess it is. It's in the Avengers line. Maybe I have to get Hawkeye back again. I don't know. If he drops to like $28, I'll get him. He's not going to drop to $28. That's stupid. He's not going to do that. But yeah, so he is the lowest minted animated Marvel collectible, I believe. Because the one earlier than this was Alligator Loki at 800, which means 710. This is 600. So this is actually, yeah, this is actually much rarer. And I think that is the rarest and scarcest Marvel secret rare, especially one that's animated. Let me know if I'm wrong with that. But again, it doesn't have sound like Alligator Loki did, King Alligator Loki. But yeah. SoCal says in 1 year, which is worth more, Ronin coin or NFT? Oh wait, so Ronin, the OMI, or wait, is there a Ronin NFT? Is there a Ronin token? Well, I'll see what the Ronin token is. There is one. It's called Ron, RON. Ron Weasley. Pleasure. Well, right now it's got some good volume. It's 2.7 million in volume. 2.75 million in volume. It's okay. Here's where it's getting hecked there. Here's where it's gonna get hecked though. Yeah, the market cap is 212 million right now. However, the fully diluted market cap is 792 million. I really don't like it when that happens. because only 268 million is in the circulating supply. You know, out of the billion tokens that there are. So I really don't like that. But you know, who knows? You know, we'll see. Bogar says Hawkeye was sweet though. Hawkeye is sweet. I love him, but I didn't need him. I mean, I guess I do to complete the set, but I'd rather have the gemmies. You know, I'd rather, like, I don't have that much. Again, I'm gonna get a bunch of OMI and a bunch of GrumpyCat Coin in 3 weeks. So I will not what do you call it? Try not to spend any more money on the app. And again, I'm going to need those mighties. Sometimes patience is all you need to succeed. Agreed, Crazy Dan. Thank you for being a member. Wes says, Moga, make OMI great again. Moga. I love that, Wes. Bogar says, so you can buy them in the market and still make Ronin. Well, now you can't because Ronin's, you know, completely minted out. But yes, you could at one point. Ha ha ha. Who says, yeah, the apartments and condos instead of land is kind of a letdown. Hopefully it does turn out good. It could be a good replacement if they do it right. Yeah, they could do it right, and it would be, yeah, I think it'd be great. Spider-Boy Ultra cover got bought up today from 60 to 76. Nice. Spider-Boy, I think, is going to be pretty big. You know, I've been in comics a long time. I think he's going to be big. Jimbo Lingo says, hello, Master Randy. Hello, Jimbo Lingo. Meow. SoCal Omi Homie says, MCP points with expiration dates are going to make the first season/cycle insane. I can't, oh, you have no idea. I mean, you do, but like, am I Alfred after Harvey Two-Face goes and asks him, oh, any crazy exes I should worry about? Oh, you have no idea. Alfred's so cool. Real OGs here for MCP Cycle 1. Whoop, whoop. Bogar says, at SoCal, agreed. Meow, meow, meow. Who says, Randy, can you FUD a little so Omi gets to 0005? Omi bad, empty promises, the lawsuit. Obviously, and any FUD you can really go and answer. So I really can't. Unless I believed my own hype that much. I mean, again, I could, but that's just wrong. I can't. It says Omar 16 gem difference is not considered bought up. Well, it depends how many had to be bought up. I mean, if there was only like 3 comics between there, okay, then yeah, it's only 180 something gems. But if there were like 30 comics between there, oh, okay, well that's, you know, like several hundred, if not thousands. So yeah, I would say it bought up a little bit. It was short-term collectibles, long-term OMI maybe. Short-term collectibles. Secret Rare Spider-Man and Secret Rare Miles Morales are looking very nice right now. Secret Rare Spider-Man's at like 4,000, and Secret Rare Miles was at like 7,500, I think. Let's take a look. Let's do the Spider-Man. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay. I'm good and feeling alright, baby. I'ma have them back. Heck, not all right. So Secret Rare Peter Parker Spider-Man from One Cool J is at $4,000. And then the Secret Rare Miles Morales is at $75.99, so $7,600 that you would get. So yeah. There are many listed. And you predict? Oh, for I'm gonna guess for OMI. At 00079. Yeah, I definitely think we go up from here. It really depends if they. I don't think bronze tickets are going to be here by that point. We are going to have more Veveverse beta users though, so I do think as more people will be like, hey, this is really cool. You're likely going to get a little bit more hype. I like I said, I hope it stays down here as long as possible so I could buy. The goal is 180 million before the end of the year. So which I think I can do. It's really only 4 million more. It's only at like 20, you know, like 2,800 give or take. So it's really not that bad. But I would say 00079. I think that's, you know, it's a little up from here. And it'll really start to get going when we're able to use MCP points and bronze tickets, you know, and it all means something finally. When that happens, you know, we'll probably say goodbye to the double zeros. Or the triple zeros, I'm sorry. Boo says, Randy rocking the all-white fit today, looking like Moon Knight. It was just a laundry day. This shirt does not even fit me. It is a very, very small shirt. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Put this over here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? You know what I didn't do? Oh God, this is how stupid I am. I did not go and ask y'all to smash that like button. Oh God, smashing that like button is a free way to help support the channel. So yeah, if y'all could do that, that'd be great. Okay, now where was I? Never cut the hair, Randy, please. I mean, after I do that movie or those movies, this has been a long time coming. After I do those movies, I will 100% be cutting. I mean, I'm not going to cut like a crew cut, but I'll cut several inches off. I'll cut like I'll cut like that off. Be several inches. Sleeping, my bae, my one and only lover. No, just normal bae. Bae from far away. Randy would look 10 times better with a buzzed head and shaved face. So when I was in shape, yes, I looked very, very good. But obviously now, I'm a lot older. I'm a lot older. I'm a lot fatter. I'm just very out of shape. Despite having a little muscle, the beard, albeit a little gray right now, just it kind of covers the double chin. I mean, if I were to shave though, and just kind of lean down so that you don't see it, um, shaved and I wear a hat, yeah, I think I could look like like late 20s. But obviously, losing hair for quite a number of years and only hasn't mooned yet, so I can't get that surgery. Um, I don't think that would be. Again, I looked great when I was younger, and I had that. I'll show you all a picture at some point. Maybe I can find it. It shouldn't be too long to be able to do it. My friend Danica sent it to me, and then when you're coming back. Oh, photos. All right, which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah, I can show you right now. I actually don't like that photo, so I'm going to go. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is, B. Good. All right, let me go and. Oh no. All right. This was me. Oh, so many years ago. Right there. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right there. That is Airman Chavez. Airman Chavez. That's where I was. Um, good times. Good times. But again, I was very, very thin. So, So Calamo says, Tails Falcon deserves standing O. 3 months work, 50% complete, 400 hours. Wow. At this rate, finished in February, 6 months, 500 hours work. What happens in there 3 months from now? Realistic expectation. That's a good point. I don't know. There's going to be a couple of people like that are going to go and make incredible art, and I'm really curious to see what happens. Ace Rig Move says OMI exhausted 20 billion sold, slowly moving up. I mean, yeah, there's been a lot that's been sold recently. Again, people FOMOing into other stuff, which is fine. They can do what they want. Whatever keeps the price down and letting me buy, I'm fine. And the shaved eyebrows. Remember those days? Smash that like button. Smash it. Digital Snowflake says, did you have a big bet about OMI price that you are going to lose the end of 2023? Not about the price, no. Well, not at 2023. I have two decent sized bets about the price in 2024. They're the same bet, except for different amounts. The bet is if OMI reaches 1 cent at any point in 2024, I'll win a $10,000 bet and a $5,000 bet. If by January 1st, like 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 31st or midnight, 00:00 at January 1st, 2025, if it has not hit 1 cent by that time, I will lose a $10,000 and a $5,000 bet. So those are the bets that you're probably talking about. Derek Moore says, I used to have faith in Veve, but it's in shambles right now. oh no, it made $69,000 in 10 hours. The horror. I mean, I think to say that is silly, especially when the apps had nothing but improvements. But again, just my opinion. OMI is for sale on the app at the enticing price of $1 per OMI. Damn, that's I would say I would like to get that, but I unfortunately can't do it at that price. Rip OMI to $1. I mean, it'll happen eventually. Just likely not going to be anytime soon. It'll likely be several years from now. Bidbot Rose says, in my opinion, I hope things come into fruition fast. Many places working on major gaming metaverses too. We need interoperability. The NFT market is booming right now, as would be if could take them off app. I mean, you have places like Hero and Todd McFarlane that let them take their stuff off app, and their price hasn't moved at all. I mean, I feel like Vegeta talking about Kakarot be like, he's like, at first I thought it was your family that gave you strength. I soon found myself with a family of my own, and my strength didn't increase at all. Like, again, you have other companies that have interoperability. They could take them, they could put them wherever, talking about OpenSea and Immutable X Marketplace, and guess what? It does not help the price. So could some of the things that we have really help the price on OpenSea? Yeah, I think Partner Stats would be really good over there. Spider-Man. Nobody outside of Veve really knows what the Veve Gold Silver logo is, so I don't think that would really help it at all. But yeah, I think Batman or the Todd, the Riso, like I said, Partners, Secret Spider-Man, Secret Miles, a bunch of these I think would do exceedingly well. But those are like the exceptions, not really the rule. It says mine too sleeping. Zero Snowflake says, oh yes, happy Veterans Day, Randy. Hope you got a lot. Oh, dude, I had so many. I ate so much yesterday. I just couldn't finish it all. I had to. So I ate the leftovers today, and also what Texas Roadhouse does is Texas Roadhouse goes and they give you a voucher to come back another day. So because they know you have a lot of stuff to eat. So I used the voucher today. I got a free American cheeseburger. I said no pickle. They put pickle on the side, which I guess is okay. But then the pickle juices get on the fries, and I wasn't going to eat the fries because I'm fat AF. But then I was like, well, I want to, so I did. Miss Planet Problem says, ooh, file a coin be boom. Dude, a lot of things are booming. I'm so jealous. Miles Secret, yeah, dude, Miles Secret Rare is legit. Love that one. Anyone Avalanche? I am not. I imagine a bunch of other people are, but I am not. Carlos Aguelo says it took GTA 6 10 years to release. Think about that. In December is the first game trailer. Yeah, it's wild. Wild things be happening. Nicholas Gator says only golden moment left to complete the set is Walt and Mickey statue. It's around like $2,000 now, so it's very, very cheap compared to where it was. So let's take a look over on the Veve app, and we'll go to the market, and we will just type in partners. 94 on the market, and the cheapest one is $2,080. So yeah, it's pretty cheap relatively to what it has been. If what I think is going to happen for me in my private life in the next 3 to 4 weeks, I'll likely be able to get a decent amount of money. I would, let's say if I had an extra $4,000, after buying OMI and after buying GrumpyCat, I don't know if I would buy a partner statue. I might buy a second, or I'm sorry, a third logo, just because, that's just what I'd probably do. But again, that's just me. There says, Randy, what's the first thing Komi needs to do by when to catch this bull market? So obviously their main priority right now is bronze tickets. Okay, great. I would love that as well. But I hope that, let's say, I don't know how many people they have on their blockchain team that's working on OB. Let's say 10. And let's say the work, regardless of how many people you have, whether it's 7 or 10 people, maybe the work could be done by 7 people. And the other 3, well, what are the other 3 people supposed to do? Maybe those other 3 people should go and work on the next thing. And I know they're probably working on all of these in succession with each other. That's probably how you have to code it. But I really hope that bronze tickets rolls out and then we don't have to wait 6 months until the next thing rolls out. I'm really hoping we roll out bronze tickets in Q1, and then in Q2 we get OMI to gem, and Q3 we get OMI to NFT, and then exchanges at some point in there. I just, if we go through 2024 with only getting 2 things, that is not good. So I would like to see 2 significant things done for OMI. Obviously, the app gets updates every couple weeks, but I would like to see 2 significant things for OMI in the first half of 2024. Bronze tickets, obviously, and then you're likely going to get OMI to accessory with phase 1 of Veveverse, which I think is also good. If those 2 things can happen, and then exchanges should be fine. It should be fine. There's no bet that OMI won't be on big exchange 2023. I am going to lose that bet. That is going to be sad. But we time's arrow neither stays still nor reverses. It merely marches forward. So on to the next one. Caught AF15 on the drop. Yo, that's amazing. Congrats. There says bought X-Men 1 for $600. Legit. Good stuff. Just got to MCP level 40, and it's been a master level for a while. It seems to be mean nothing now. I'm having a stroke there. When? I don't understand the question. I just got MCP level 40 and been a master collector, I guess, master level for a while. Seems to, I'm not 100% sure what the question is. New edition for Secret Rare Spider-Man, it's 1,000. No, it's not. No, it is freaking not. Not at all. Not for Wes. I'm not 100% sure the last time you spent any time in like a comic book store. Nerds go crazy for Spider-Man. Like nerds go absolute ape over Peter Parker. Like it is absolutely insane. More than anyone else. That is the most popular superhero in the world. What was it, 2014? Yeah, this is 2014. Yeah, might have been earlier. Might have been 2012. President Barack Obama was asked by like a kid, so it was, not prepared question. Who's your favorite superhero? And he goes, probably Spider-Man. Have a sitting president go and say your favorite superhero is Spider-Man. My God, yeah, no, there's nowhere near enough editions of Secret Rare Spider-Man to meet the demand that will be had for Secret Rare Spider-Man. Nowhere near enough. Just made level 40 as a master level. Have no real. Oh, you're gonna have a ton of advantages in the future. Just let them cook. Suwolo says, if OMI fails you, how much ADA are you gonna get? Probably 0. 1, OMI won't fail, and 2, I would not buy any large market cap. The gains on there would be negligible compared to what you can make elsewhere. But again, just my opinion. Edward Rose says, my assumption is that the additional utility is implemented before they go to that crypto event in France. I would hope it is, but they don't really need it to. They could just say, oh, this is what we're doing with bronze tickets. This is what we're doing here. Likely they don't need to do it before then. I would like to see them have that before then. That'd be great. Oh God, my body. But who knows? Again, I want to go to France. I'll keep you all posted. If the prices are still down here, I'm not going to France. If the price is still down here, and I'd spend like $8,000 between France and Dubai, and obviously I have a couple days before this, so Vienna, and it is not worth it. I'd just rather get like the extra 10 million OMI if I could. Robert says, sorry if that seemed fun. Oh, no, you're good. MCP has really confused me. It'll get really good. But people just you gotta give it a little bit. We wait a lot, but you gotta give them a while. Gotta let them cook. This is souffle. Ow, my hip. This is not a microwavable meal. This is not, minute rice. Oh man, some messages. All right, we're at about an hour. I'll do a YouTube comment which says nobody cares about an ex-president like Spider-Man. Hi, Mark, how's it going? Despite a lot of people's, I farted. I'm so sorry. distaste for said person, there are a ton of people that loved him. And again, you can't really get a better endorsement than having a sitting president go and say it. But again, even if that question was never asked, Spider-Man is the most popular superhero in the world. It's not like he's the most popular Marvel superhero, the most popular male superhero, and he is the most popular superhero in the world. That IP is I don't know 10 billion. I'd say I think Sony actually offered to sell the Spider-Man like rights, like everything, every rights to even though Marvel already has most of the rights, they just don't have the movie rights. They have shared movie agreement, but like yeah, 10 billion you can take them, and they're like no, they pay a couple billion for them, but yeah, no, this is God, that IP is heckin' incredible. Again, he's been around for decades upon decades, and to still be relevant and to still be like this is like unprecedented. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen like ever. Hey Johnny Dunn, what's going on? How's it going, fam? Hope you're doing well. And also, he has better movies than the Trinity. Well, Batman had really good movies, but he has better movies than the Trinity of the DC EU, DC Extended Universe. Oh, hey, OMI moved up from number 212 rank to number 209 rank. Congrats to OMI on that. Johnny Dunn, I love you, man. It's been a while. I miss you. Anyway, guys, it has been an hour, so that is the show. I'm done with comments. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Join me tomorrow on Around the Okomiverse with Jordan Rhys. And I think Mark's coming on that tomorrow, right? Right, Mark? Yeah. All right, yeah. Anyway, all right, I gotta go. I love you guys. Bye. Okay.